Hello everyone, I am literally just waiting for the feed to come on YouTube now. It is not showing up at all. So if you're seeing me early, then it's because of YouTube. I have no clue what's going on here. It says it's fine. It's not dropping any frames or anything, and yet it's not showing up. That is incredibly weird. Oh wow, now it's working. So, yeah, for some strange reason though, it took like half a minute roughly, and then connected. I feel like I may have connection problems again today. What I'm gonna do is just post this up, and away we go. Nope, that moment where I skip one part that I'm like, oh, I'll go post in self-promotion and on the net, and then accidentally post in my own part. Oops. Okay. Hello everyone! Hey Sammy! What needs to be adjusted? Okay, so yeah. Hey Sammy, hey Happy. I hope the music's not on too loud. So, we're gonna be going back here and adjusting the Judgement Hall. And that is primarily because, like, I saw how I'd done this bit for the throne room. And I was like, I know I can get the Judgement Hall looking this good, if not better. Especially because, you know, it's the Judgement Hall. You can't not do it justice. It's Sans' big moment, so I was like, I'll just try and see if I can work my magic on the Judgement Hall and do the exact same thing, really copying the objects over that make like the light rays and doing the stained glass effect and try and do particles and stuff and just see whether it works, because previously it's looked okay, but it's, you know, it could look better. People are going to be like, dude, you're adjusting already? It's like, no, you got to remember, some of these scenes weren't properly finalized, so this is me more or less turning around and being like, yeah, I'm super happy with this at the end of the day when I'm actually done with it, so. Hey, Memes! Nice to see you! So yeah, when everybody saw these in the trailer, I'm like, oh, okay, these look pretty cool, and then now I'm like, you know what, I can make these look as good as they should have originally. So here we go, we're going to be doing... This is the only version of Sans I can tolerate today, says Sammy. But yeah, I haven't been on for the last couple of days, primarily because I've just been, like, dealing with a bunch of other stuff in the background. For those who have read the posts on either Dork's Discord or Undernet, you'll know I've been going, like, to and from hospital a little bit and stuff, so that's been taking up a lot of my time, and there's just been a lot of other stuff mentally that's just been, like, getting in the way, so it's been a bit rough, but I just figured this would be nice to kind of come back to and be like, look, I want to get something actually done. This is a nice pick-me-up, you know. I got some other stuff that I'm going to be working on later on. Going to be trying to do more of Undyne's stuff. I can talk more about that today. Also the casting stuff that I just put out, and I can finally talk about Under Event now and what my theory behind that is, and also what my approach to it was, you know, so we can chat and have a good old time, you know. So yeah, let's get started. So again, hey John, with me having it a bit rough recently. I was just like, you know what, I'll just I'll make it easy on myself. I'll redo the lighting in the Judgement Hall and add all the effects from the throne room, because it'll just look a lot better. Rabbit says, do you already have a voice list for all of the roles that are taken? Yes. The ones in the video that I've just put out, those are all the ones that are left. All the ones that aren't in that are already been taken, or have already been taken. So yeah, I've mentioned this previously, but that cast list, man, like, does anybody know how many characters are in Undertale? Because by actually going through and counting quite a lot of them myself, I was actually surprised. Undertale, if you include enemies, Undertale has roughly 120 unique characters. Roughly. That's insane. No, I didn't quite realize that going in, which is why when you look at all the other different animations in the past that have tried to just animate Undertale, that's why they've only got like 3 characters, because like half of those haven't even been created in 3D. No, it's nuts, and I don't know why this isn't moving. This should move. Ah, it's annoying me. That tab should move. I'm just going to delete the animation tab, and the animation tab can come back here, and I'll try seeing if this works. Because the idea is to be able to fully control things, not like half control things. But yeah, so the gigantic cast. Some people might say, like, dude, you should have figured that out going into the project. But to be honest, it's like, I think I kind of took it for granted, primarily just because when you think about Undertale, a lot of people will only think about certain characters, you know? So, like, for instance, people will maybe only think about the main boss cast, and then they might turn around and be like, yeah, so anyway, I like this character who's also my favorite, but they don't think about any of, like, the other NPCs and stuff because they don't see them as important. You know, and while that's fair, there are a lot of other people that do actually like them. You know, like these other NPCs. So I'm like, go on, I'll see just how many there actually are. And, yeah, I did not realize there is like 120 roughly unique characters in Undertale. So I'm glad that we have roughly just over half of that in Immersiontale, because then it means that the underground feels somewhat populated. I just, you know, it's like I've said before, I would love to have all the other cast. But it's a tall order. A very tall order. Rabbit passing by says, dang, I'm like, no, you're okay. You're okay, it's not too late. We're only like 9 minutes into the stream. Unless you mean trying out for roles, because, like, I know certain roles have been extremely popular, but also have already been filled, too. So, roles like, for instance, Sans or Papyrus are really popular, but they've already been done. You know. That's fair, Sammy. That's fair. Thank you very much. But yeah, the casting video, I figured I'd mentioned about casting a while back, and I was like, yeah, I'll send this out so that I can get people trying out for this now, because I don't want the process to be too long. But again, it's like I've said in the video, I'm pretty easy and pretty relaxed with, like, casting calls and stuff. So it's literally just come in, try a couple of lines, see how it is, see what the quality of the microphone is and everything, and see what can be done, and then we'll see if anybody else tries out for the roles. Normally what I've done in the past is I've just said, like, if nobody else goes for a role, and you're the only one... Wait, John, what? You confused me now. normally if you're the only one going for a role and nobody else is going for the role but you, then you by default automatically get it unless there's somebody who just miraculously appears out of nowhere and is way better. You know, then that's the case. You know. Or if there's some technical problem. Like, for instance, some people have genuinely applied and not actually had computers. It's like, I've had somebody apply before and not actually have a computer, and I think it was just a mobile phone that they had, or a cell phone. And I was like, wait, what? That was crazy. My audio's been cut for 5 minutes, as Jester. What the hell's going on? So, I'm just going to be talking generally about the project, about Undertale, and just, you know, casting call stuff, and we'll be working on, just making the Judgement Hall look a little bit prettier at the same time. I want to voice Frisk. Frisk actually has a voice actress. It's really good. I really like Frisk's voice actress. It's just a case of getting hold of them when they're not at work or university. But yeah, so in previous streams, people may remember me referencing a event that may or may not happen this year, and that was literally Undertale 2024, and that was going to be a big highlight. That was going to be an absolutely massive highlight for the project. The problem with it, I just need to make sure I save this as Sans Demo instead. Sans Demo, there we go. The only problem with Undertale is we applied really early on, and I thought I'd messed up the application, so I redid an application again recently. I put all the correct info in terms of like being a single dev, being really passionate, you know, just having a team of people to back me up when it comes to VA stuff. I showed off all of the previous updates and showed the new video that I put out, which was deliberately designed for the event, which was, where is it? The most recent one with everything in. There we go. Immersiontale, the 3D animated Undertale movie. That was the one where they asked me specifically to do like a targeted video to explain the project. So I was like, yeah, that's no problem. And I'd already seen somebody else do basically the same style video. So it's like, yeah, I'll follow that format. Did the exact same thing, and yeah, we didn't have any luck. Jevil says, I'm a dip. See you next time then, Jevil. Thank you very much. But yeah, we didn't get lucky. We actually lucked out on that one. What ended up happening, I think, was that because I've only got the trailers in place at the moment, obviously while I'm waiting for the voice stuff to be done properly, as in like all of the voice lines to be done. While I've been waiting for that, I feel like and this is just me speculating, I feel like they've turned around and gone, no, there's no actual proper concrete solid progress, it's all just like development stuff. Sammy says, Happy Pride Month. Indeed, Happy Pride Month, everyone. That was one thing I should have said earlier on. But yeah, because there's been no actual proper, like, animating outside of, like, trailers and stuff, and me just developing the assets, like I said I was going to do at the beginning, I feel like they've turned around and potentially gone, look, there's no actual solid, concrete evidence that he's working on this, he's just been gathering assets, so it's too early in progress. That's what I feel, anyway. I could be totally wrong. Clovis Justice says, yo, hello! So yeah, I don't know whether that's right or not. I'm not talking smack about Undertale, you know, I'm just speculating. But that's more or less what I feel has happened, is that, you know, they've said, look, not enough progress, which is fair. I'm not, like, disputing it or anything. It's okay. You know, it would have been nice, to get more eyes on the project. But at the same time, when I think about it, it's actually a good thing that we didn't get in. Primarily because of how many eyes would be on the project if we did. When I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, we've got a nice small community that's pretty nice and close knit at the moment. I really like the community. But yeah, it's a pretty close knit community. Everybody kind of gets each other in terms of like understands each other, and we've not got any problems. You know, and I'd say everybody's kind of getting used to seeing everybody in streams or whatnot, so we know each other by name, well, at least usernames. So I like that, but then when you think about it, if everything just blew up, it wouldn't be personal anymore. Like, it wouldn't be this tiny group of people that meet up to watch development or talk about development and ideas and stuff. Instead, everyone would just be like, oh my god, it's the movie thing, you know, and it would go absolutely crazy. So, when you think about it that way, I'm kind of happy that it didn't, you know, get into Under Event. So, everyone loves John. No hate for John, says Sammy. Oh yeah, no hate for John. But yeah, if you get where I'm coming from, it's like we didn't lose out by not turning up at Under Event. While it would have benefited to get plenty more eyes on the project, there was also a negative side to having so many eyes on the project, you know, which is kind of funny when you think about it. So it was like, yeah, we'll just avoid that. We'll just avoid all the hassle that comes with like millions of, well, not millions of people, but you know what I mean, a massive portion of the community looking at the project and being like, so this is what you've been working on, huh? You know. So yeah, with us not going, I saw Immersiontale on Undernet VRC chats. This club is just this. Hello then, welcome. It's been in development for quite some time, but we're still working. We're still working. Animation is not a quick thing, you know, but it's at least fun to show people. What I've been working on at the moment is like the new demo stuff. Basically, the demo stuff that I'm working on now. John says, I'm innocent, I swear. You want exposure, but not that much. Yeah. I feel like the small personal level of exposure that we've been getting through, like, people just finding us either through YouTube recommendations, the live stream, or the Undernet in VRC, I feel like that's a nice, natural way of expanding things without all of a sudden just blowing up. Today's been great, not gonna lie, says Memes. That's good to hear. But yeah, instead of just like blowing up overnight and all of a sudden just be like, oh my god, it's you, you know, and getting bombarded by everybody, I feel like that's the more natural way of doing things is proven to be better for us overall. But yeah, like I was saying, the stuff that I'm working on was for the Under Event. Like, this trailer that I'm doing was going to originally be for the Under Event, and the idea was that I put every other event and small update that I could do on hold, and I just go all in on this update, and this update basically will reflect the project as I want it, with everybody's voices in it, and, you know, way more characters being animated, and showing off the environments in the full form, as in like this now, where I'm going back and relighting and redoing the effects on it. Part of the reason for that was because a lot of you, I think, may agree with me that when you look at the previous versions of the New Home demo that I've done, the lighting has been pretty dull and been pretty dark, and that's something I've got to stress with like other areas as well. Of it could be that while I'm animating, I change small bits of lighting or effects and stuff. That's gonna happen purely based on, you know, how I feel the areas look. The New Home definitely needs better lighting in some of these areas, so it makes sense to go back, add those effects now, and tweak it, and really get it looking good. Does it mean that I'm going to be doing this to every single part of the underground? No. It it's not going to happen to every single part of the underground, so you don't have to worry about me doing, like, the entire project again and again and again. Like, I know it's been joked about in the past, me constantly upgrading things, but I feel like for New Home and Hotland, maybe, those just need the tiny details finishing off, and then they're done. So yeah, that's practically the reason why I'm doing the upgrade to New Home now, and then I'll be going over the other bits and pieces that I've done previously, like the core, the interior sections for certain areas, Hotland. You know, it's lots of little updates while I'm still waiting for stuff, and it gives you guys something to look at as well. Sammy says, and there's me screaming to my tiny server about updates. It's fine, you know, I don't mind people sharing stuff around, that's all fine. Clover says, is it going to be voiced? Or rather, it's going to be voiced. Yes. The idea for Immersiontale is taken from Plotline Plus's full True Pacifist route that was dubbed. And people may be like, wait a minute, what? You didn't say that originally. Because I've mentioned in previous videos that the original base idea for Immersiontale was taken from 2 different videos that I've shown off before. The dub, the whole deal with dubbing it, that idea was taken from Plotline Plus's version, which is totally dubbed. So that's the other one that I think I did mention once or twice, and I've mentioned it in loads of older videos. But yeah, basically the idea to dub it was basically based off other content that was just as good. I was like, oh, okay, I'll do that then, you know, I'll get everybody into voice stuff. John, I'm not playing the trailer again. Sammy says, BRB, my dog hasn't come back inside. No! Go get the dog! But yeah, the idea for Immersiontale is it's a full 3D dubbed version of the True Pacifist route. And hopefully it will be really good. I want it to be the best it can be, really. Again, at the moment here, I'm just working on getting this stuff done. Recently, I've done a load of different demo things for different characters, of which I'm really happy about, animating at 30 frames per second. And I'm gonna be, or I am trying to get more of Undyne's scene done. Undyne's scene is complicated. I've been looking a lot recently on, like, tutorials for doing animation and stuff like fight scenes and things. And it's a lot harder than just general character animation. So I'm going to have to spend a lot of time doing that, so it might be that this demo takes a while to come out. But I just hope, you know, that it's okay when it does come out. It's just crazy. You know. My mum was out there with the dog, says Sammy, it's all good. Undertale needs a movie and this is great. Thank you very much. I thought it'd be pretty cool to do this just because I like 3D stuff. I was like, you know what, I'll have a crack at it. And nobody else has really done from what I can tell, done the more serious route of actually trying to do this. Everybody's done like smaller animations or has done like Undertale, what was it, realistic Undertale or something? What if Undertale was real? And it's the whole deal with the Sans memes and stuff, like realistic Sans and Papyrus. It's just, people haven't done this version, as in like actually trying to go seriously through and look at things from this like close up. It's funny as heck. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I'm not ripping on anything or complaining. It's more the whole thing of when I look at other content that's similar, it's always done in a funny way or it's done on a smaller scale. And I can definitely tell why now, having gone back and done all of this. It's primarily because of the simple fact of the amount of work needed is crazy. You know, So putting in that work is fun, and it's nice being able to, you know, go around with the community and get ideas and get it all done. Like, today I want to do the lighting in here to make it way better. And then I want to actually have dust coming through here. So what I might do is do, like, a fake setup for dust particles. And then just have it so the dust is coming down. Because I want that. If I can get that, and then throw Sans' animation in there and get Lofi's voice lines, the new ones that you guys haven't heard yet, where he talks about the soul and love for this section. If I can get that done within like the next couple of days tops, I'll be really happy. You know. Sammy says, you would think that the hype for video game movies, Undertale would get a movie, so good job you beat them to it. I get surprised when this doesn't get pushed more in the algorithm, you know. Because, like, when... having a drink of coffee here. When you look at, like, the algorithm and stuff for YouTube, if you type in, like, Undertale 3D, you get a ton of stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. What happens if I search up my stuff? It's like, no, you get nothing. You have to, like, specify Immersiontale to get actual Immersiontale content, which is why I'm kind of like, wait a minute. No. Let's try and take these lights out of here and see if we can make this work by just shoving these lights in here. Oh, that's looking very, very nice. The idea here is I potentially want some bounce light against that back wall. I don't want it to be too bright, but I do want it to be decent. What I'm going to do is find the version that I did in the trailer, like the older version, and then I'm going to try copying the lighting from that by eye. So let's... This is Immersiontale. That's me doing my lines for the video. There it is. There's Sans and Lofi. Lofi's line delivery, man, it's so good. If I keep that as an image in the background, and then we just go back to the stream. What kind of dust? Asriel's dust. I spent 6 minutes after I saw you alive to pull up. Says Clover. It's fine. The reason why I say Asriel's dust is just because of the meme. You know, because, like, it's the Jaru meme of Jaru saying that Chris killed Asriel in Deltarune or something. I just laugh at how far that meme has gone. It's crazy. Right, let's try. I need just enough bounce light in this room. The idea is to kind of, like, illuminate just through the windows mainly. If I just, like, okay, so that's what makes a difference there, is that. So what I'm going to try doing instead here is just animating? Lighting from this window at the side, or these windows, and seeing what will happen. Because I want it to be kind of dark, but I also don't. It's weird. I'm going to delete all the lights from the throne room, because I don't need them in there technically anymore. Another thing we upgraded from the throne room as well, I don't think people saw, was I didn't just do the stained glass windows now, which were absent from the other video, or other videos. If you look at that, I actually tried to add those in, you know, just so it looked better. We also added more grass in here, because one of the other video demos actually featured a lot more grass. It reminds me as well, I need to redo Asgore's timing on his animation here, so that'll be another thing that I want to do at some point. Do you want to hear some funny advice, David, to Sammy? Go on. But yeah, animating at 30 FPS is crazy, trying to get this all just right. If I just turn all the throne room lights off now, we good there? Yeah. Okay, so if I just delete all the throne room lights, we do have just general lights, so spice up a panic attack with a harmonica. What? If we do Judgement Hall lights. Doodle Nova says, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. So here we go. We got the Judgement Hall from the outside. I just need to. Sorry, I have a harmonica now, so it pops into my head to Sammy. It's fine, it's fine. I just realized this is going to be really hard to do the effect on the floor that I wanted because... Oh, okay. What happened was before I faked, Dave's head just snapped. No! I hope it... Oh, I know why. It's because I'm wearing a cap. I'm wearing a cap in real life because of problems I've had recently where it's like... Because of my rare condition that I have, part of my head just decided it wanted to fall off quite literally. So I've been wearing a cap to try and stop that. Like, stop me from having to go at it, because it's one of those things where it gets worse if you scratch. So I'm just like, eh. And if I'm going to be, like, more accurate with what I'm saying, it's like my skin just decided it wanted to rip apart on my scalp, which wasn't nice. So, yeah. Fun times. So, I'm wearing my hat to try and stop me from making more problems. Let's try and go area here. John, what the heck? Let's see if I can... Oh. But yeah, 10 flakes per today flakes. Proof says that's one way to tell people you're balding. No, it's serious. Like, I don't know. I keep trying to figure out whether it's like something really bad or not. But I've had it for ages. It's like, I'm being serious by now, by the way. It's like, my skin will just rip apart, and then next moment, I'm just basically just completely covered in like blood and everything, so not nice. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with my head. It's my head and my face that has that happen, which is why I use a VTuber avatar. Then you guys don't have to see that, because it's disgusting. There we go, let's try doing that. The idea here is to bounce the light in such a way that it looks good, and then I can bounce it off the back wall and light everything up nicely. The problem is that the light also ends up coming off the wall on the outside, but as long as I don't have those lights be like that for when somebody goes inside, then we're all good. Why could the skeleton go to the prom? Go on. Or you could just wear a hockey mask. The only thing I've ever worn like that was an S10 gas mask because of my Resident Evil cosplay ages ago. I think I've actually got an image of me wearing that thing. Okay, let's see. Can I get this looking? Ah! I was trying to get that to reflect that there. I got an idea for this. So I'm going to need to do this differently because of the way that it works. I'm going to have to fake the shadow if possible. I think. I can try and fake it. I kind of really need that shadow there for the Delta rune. But I also need this here for the window. Like, I need that, obviously, to shine on there to illuminate everything. So if I do, like, 20, maybe? 20 doesn't look too bad. But it doesn't look too bright either. 30? And then we go yellow. Okay, that's not looking too bad. We can... Proof didn't know who Casey Jones was. So what we can try doing here is doing this by... Oh, rip. Just realized if I link all of these together, that should be okay. Hey, Slippery Elm! Thanks for tuning in, by the way. More people coming in here. But yeah, the idea is to try and fake as much of this as we can just to make it look decent, or at least better than the previous demo that I did. Because this needs to be like the best version. Code of Hate, yeah, that's the Undernet username. I'm just realizing one problem here already, and that's that this isn't big enough, and the volume is actually blasting through there, so we're gonna have to turn off the volume. That way, that stops that. Because the volume option actually messes around with stuff when it's being lit up in a foggy area. And that's what's going on. Okay, there we go. Oh, we need one more. My marshmallow's melted in my hand, says. Looks like bubblegum. Oh no! Sticky hands. So we got this going on. And then I'm gonna have to do... Oh crap. Ah! That moment where... Is that one? Let's just get rid of that. Hopefully... This isn't too bad. Hang on. Ah, there we go. So I can just... What happened there was I cloned one of the lights, and then when I tried moving it, it messed up. John. Okay, so what we're doing here is grabbing this. But yeah, for those, like I was saying, to get back to like stuff, for those who were looking for more under event stuff that'll be in VR in future, you know, like, or rather Undernet events where I'm doing like updates and stuff, we'll be getting at least another one of those in the cinema area or the theater. I just need to eventually get this done. So much to show off in terms of like new characters and things. A lot of like fan favorites, a lot of the new stuff that's being worked on. For those who want to know, another character's been finally confirmed, and by confirmed I mean locked in, as in like they actually exist in 3D now, and that's Fish Receptionist. They're actually finally done. I say that because like previously I've been looking for models for Fish Receptionist and been unable to get them, so now we've got them. Thanks again to Jenny Says Meow, which is fantastic because it means that I don't have to worry about Fish Receptionist. And for those who don't know, Fish Receptionist is one of the NPCs in MTT Resort. Specifically, they're the one that you walk past when you're coming back from the meeting with Sans. You know, where Sans is all like telling you that if it wasn't for Toriel, then you'd be dead. Basically, it's that giant fish that you walk past that's on the door heading out of the dining room. So yeah, Fish Receptionist actually exists now, so it sounds crazy, as in like some people are like, oh, okay, whatever, you know, what's the big deal? But it's like, if you've if you've been watching the project for long enough, then you'll know one of the ones that I've been trying to get hold of and been unsuccessful, primarily just because at the simple fact of whenever I've asked for the model, I've just not got it. You know, like, nobody else has a model nobody has a model that I can get hold of apart from the Undernet, and the Undernet sometimes will give me models and sometimes will just be like, yeah, nah, dude, what's going on, you know? Nothing personal, of course, I just don't think they want to hand out all of the models, which is fine. So, it's crazy trying to get hold of certain things. Let's see, Spamcromite says, I watched your last video and I asked a friend if they were interested at the hand at voice acting. That's fine. Oh, time zones work for you because they live in Canada. Yeah, Canada's fine. Does you go well with a plate of chips, says John. No. So yeah, fish receptionist is actually a thing in 3D. My model keeps breaking here every time I drink this coffee. So the idea now is to keep going, and like I've shown off in that video, it's literally a case of just getting the other characters done, and then we be good, you know. I'm gonna do bounce light here, so we'll do some spotlighting and see if that works. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. Like, again, I can't stress, but this is for like the future as well, for when people look back on this in the future. If anybody does a project like this on this scale again, just take into account the fact that you will not be able to have all of the characters unless you're willing to fork out money and get people to make really obscure characters. And I say this with confidence because I didn't realize there was 120 odd characters in Undertale. I was like, okay, there's maybe a couple here, maybe this is doable, and then it's like, no, there's way more. There's way more, you just forgot all of them. You know? And then it's like, oh, oops. Just, I can see why people do the smaller scale stuff. John says, but I hunger. So yeah, just trying to do bounce light here. Like, the idea is that the light is going to bounce off the floor, hit the wall, and then, away we go. I just need to get these lined up. I still find it crazy as well, and I can't help but bring this up, but it's like, I still find it crazy that people ask me to do a genocide run as well for this. Just because of us talking about, like, the genocide run previously. Sammy, no! Blueberry says hi. Hello! No context! Right, there we go. Let's do that, and then we do size. Let's do about there, and then we'll do blend. Sammy, no! It'd be funny if the end of the movie, when Azrael beat Frisk, if Asgore asks why they didn't crawl out from the hole that Kara fell from. Well, the one up above. Oh. No, poor Sammy. Okay, so let's do that. I think that's son of a duck. Let's try that. The whole idea is to try and, like, fake these lights here. I need to fake the light going across the floor as well, so if I can try and, like... This is worse than yesterday. Wait, what? When Frisk beats Azrael. Ah. Let's try, instead of spotlights, because I use spotlights for blending, but I feel like now I can have more area lights if I do like this area light here. And I do it on the inside now. And we properly... The one in the ruins. Oh yeah, the one at the beginning. And then we do custom distance here. And we just go... Yesterday I made the worst spelling mistake of my life since I made... No! Again, the idea of this is to try and make the Judgement hole look very dramatic. I'm wondering whether I can actually stick a fake version of the window there that isn't rendered. That would be really cool. But then it casts the shadow but doesn't get rendered. Oh, that's not too bad. If I do that at 40 meters and then go 100, kind of blast that area there. It's not too bad. Let's try 20, 10, 5, no, 15. Okay, so 15 gets me there. 20 blasts a little bit more. So what about 12? 12 kind of does. 13. 15. Okay, so 15 might be good. John, please forget this happens to Sammy. If that works like that, what happens if I do 200 there? Okay, that definitely hits that side. If I go like 5 there instead, what I can do is I can try faking this a little bit more. That's going to go to roughly about there. If I go 2, 3. If I do this, and then we go, because the idea is I want the window bit there, but then I also want this bounce against here, but I also need it going across the floor. It's, hang on. If I can just do like 50 there. I need this to be really narrow. Because I've got an idea of how I want this appearing. It's just a case of getting it done. Oh, about here? And then if I can just, like, get that to go across the floor, that would be really nice. 100. Why isn't that working? Trying to figure this out now, because essentially what I'm trying to do is fake the entire thing. Maybe I can do it another way. Duplicate that there, right? Instead, we point it directly at the floor. There we go. The idea being that I can then just do this. If I can just do that. There we go, that's not too bad. Because then the idea is I want to try and like make that light look as though it's stretching across the entire length of the room as a bounce. About, oh crap, to about there. If I can just bring that up a little bit. I'm trying to make it so it doesn't go too far off the floor, because I'm going to need to fake this so much anyway. Right. If I fake that there. That isn't too bad. And then hopefully that will not mess up in render. Hopefully. It seems to mess up when I'm moving, so hopefully in scene it'll be fine like this. Moody, you make modeling look so easy. I mean, I have been doing it for a long time, and admittedly I've borrowed other people's models here, you know. Like, it's not all mine, but, you know, I can tell you exactly what stuff is mine and isn't. A lot of New Home is. Like, I'll use other people's models for, like, scenery and things, but... Ooh. Let's try this. Dave helps. It's like, wait, what? What's going on? I know, I'm looking at chat now and I'm like, wait a minute. I'm wondering whether this will affect, it probably will affect shading on the floor. Because like, when you look at that, it looks nice and everything. But at the same time, I have a feeling that's going to affect the bounce on the, well, the shadows on the floor there. If I stick, like, some other stuff here. Meme says, oh, wait, what? If I go, like, cube here, I bring that cube in. I love the way all those windows. Today marks thy anniversary. Wait, what? W. Is it for the project? Just layer it. Yeah, I'm hoping I can just, like, not have any issues with the shadows. June the 11th. No? Okay. Sailor Me. Oh, nice. Well done, memes. Congrats. Yeah, that's going to mess up stuff there. That's going to mess up, so I need to get rid of those. This is a pain to light, but... So I know I can't do it that way now. I can try and fake that another way. I'm so brilliant here, I just spilled coffee all over myself. It's like, we're all good in the next minute. Just spilled coffee over myself. I just had an idea for this. For the windows. So because light's meant to be coming through here, right? I love the way I like tip the cup back to drink out of it. I'm like, this is all good in the next minute. This coffee came flying out of it. So if I do like 10 here. The thing is, I can do that, but it's not accurate. It looks cool, but it's not accurate because one, you can't see outside. And two, the amount of light coming through there to light it up like that that's implied in the game is ridiculous. No, because that looks cool. It looks really dramatic and everything. But the amount of light coming from there to light that up like that would be pretty nuts. So keeping it like that seems realistic. I love the lighting on the corridor. I want it to be better. You know, like, I want the stained glass effect on there. I want the lighting effects. I want the everything on there. I just gotta try and fake it. I'm wondering whether I can fake it with spotlights instead. You need to fake them some directly on the glass. The thing is, I can try and do this another way, but it's... Oh, let's try it. So, the way that I faked this originally was by moving the lights more outwards. If I can do something like that, or have it so that, like, it renders through the glass, then that won't be so bad. So like for instance, let's get a light here. Trying to get one of the lights, because if I can get light to go through it with shadows, that's gonna be great. The characters need to become very dark for the hidden side. It's gonna be interesting having Sans just like chilling behind one of the pillars here, you know. Oh yeah, like I've had this room before lit up pretty nicely. It's just now this version I'm trying to get it to look just as nice. If I do that and I put contact shadows on, and then bring that back and blast that like 200 just for the sake of it, right? We can see it blasted through the window, but we don't get any shadows. But hopefully, if I just go, like, where is it? Stained glass. If I do transmission here, is it transmission? And then we just do like 0.5 on transmission. Oh, the problem is we start getting it, but then we have problems with everything else, I think? Hang on. Or do I? Maybe it's because of the lighting already. That should be fine then if I blast that. Will it be okay? I guess we'll find out. Oh. Oh, what's going on there? Like, I can see it. I can see it slowly working. Kinda. I wonder whether that's because I'm blasting it too much there. Hang on. No? Maybe not enough? Just like 1,000 through the window. Something's not right there, because like if I take away, or is it not the fake god rays? If I take away the stained glass, I swear I get a better effect there previously. Apparently it's just not having it. Maybe it's the area light then? If I stop with the area lights and instead I go like spotlight. Oh, yep, spotlight gives me way better result. Okay, so if I go back here and like stop blasting that with 1,000. Okay, so now I know that that's something to keep in note for future. Right, so we need that one on the outside. We definitely need that one. And then a 200 with a spotlight. And I just go like 500 instead. There we go. And then I hit that there. Like this. And we just go like custom distance or something. And then we bring the blend out. So it's more like that. We bring the cone out. So the cone kind of illuminates that area like that. Hello! Automatically we're getting a lot better at this. Maybe bring that up, down a little bit. Twirl the thumb around the middle finger and put like a mixer, then separate the 3 fingers when you want to eat it. Wait, what? So if I do this now, and I just... That's the right angle, roughly. If I hit that there, like that, right? Oh, there we go. There's the delta root. That looks so good. If I blend that about there, and then so it's just enough, and then oh wait, I shouldn't duplicate that. I should duplicate linked, because then it allows me to tweak all of them at the same time. It's gonna be cool if I can get this to look just as good as the original one, but with the new stuff in. That's what I'm trying to do. And then we do the the particle effects as well, and then put Sans in it, and then just animate Sans with his new lines, and oh my god, it's gonna be so good. But yeah, a lot of problems with Undyne's fight scenes, primarily because I've never tried fight scenes before, so trying to animate them is crazy. The obvious thing being obvious, you know, like make sure that the animation is fluid and quick, and doesn't linger too much on one pose or whatever, which is fair, you know, I kind of know how to shorten timing and stuff on animation, but just doing it in such a way that it like has a good flow and rhythm to it, that's a problem. And then also hitting the right marks and getting the camera work and everything else set up. So it's being a pain at the moment, a little bit of a pain, but I'm slowly working on it. Slowly working on it, trying to get it to look just right, you know. Just realised that works kind of well there, but kind of not well at the same time. We just blend that more there. Oh, dude, that's looking pretty nice at the moment. I just need to do the same with the doorways and that one there at least. This one, I'm gonna have to do it like a different... I'm gonna need a different stained glass effect, I think, because the emission is way too strong for this over here. So if you do like file stained glass 2 shading, blah blah blah, home. Copy this, go to model, go to this, stained glass 2, shading, take this, delete it, take that, paste, modeling, view import mode, remove that, wait a minute. Yep, remove that. That's weird how it's doing that now. Because that should be the same as all the others. Emission strength, 0.1. 0.05 then? That looks a little bit better. The idea is it's not meant to have as much light coming through it. 0.08. Trying to make that look realistic is a bit of a pain. And then we can bring round one of these spotlights that have been so good to me and just smash that through the... If I do that roughly about there, will that work? Let's find out. Kinda? Feel like the light behind there is not as bright, and it should be. Hang on. If I do like 50, that's better. That'd be crazy trying to do... could I do that? I'm thinking to myself here, and I'm like, could I get reflections on this as well? Hang on. If I go add, and then we go light probe, reflection plane. It's either gonna have to be the floor or the windows. Now, I think it would be better doing the windows, but knowing me, because of how many of these I've got in here, unless I use like the new version of Blender, it is not going to be good. Because in the new version of Blender, you can specify what you want to be reflected and not reflect. Whereas with this, especially because of how they've got the floor, I don't think it's going to work. Okay, so, oh, okay, kind of reflects stuff here, hang on. It's so subtle, it's not worth it there. Let's try the the windows instead here. If I just like rotate that 90. Oh, I'm getting messages left and right. Okay. Just responding to like messages and stuff. At the same time. Okay, let's try here. Let's see if I can actually get a reflection in these windows without it messing up. Okay, so there it is. Roughly about the... Yeah, I don't think I can get it based off the material. Hang on. Because that's where it is. It's not metallic. If I made it metallic, then we might be able to get it. Hang on. No, because of the transmission. I think. Hang on. This is all... I love the way you can see the... Wait a minute, can you only see that through there because of it being metallic? Shiny window go brrr. I'm just trying to see, because like before we've had reflections of people in here and it's been really cool. But the problem is the material. I think it's because we can't have a material like this be both emissive and reflective. Let's try. I can try faking this. Where is it? I'm trying the stained glass. Where is it? Ah! Is that it? Plane. Wait, look. Duplicate object. Ah, there we go. Right. So if I try that now. And then... That reminds me, wasn't there a way of projecting stuff recently? Hang on. Projecting... Oh, no, wait. YouTube. I swear I saw something recently. Projecting from lights. EV. There was something recently that I saw where it was like projecting images from a light source in Eevee and... Ah, there we go. Even in volumes. Now the question is, was it like a paid thing? Because if that's the case, I might be able to get the stained glass effect on here. Ooh, shiny. I mean, it's all cool and everything. I just... Gonna delete that for now. And we'll just change that back from being metallic for the moment. The idea is you can only really have something reflect off that if it's shiny metallic, whereas I was thinking of doing a white surface there and have that fill in that, because then it would kind of work. But then on top of that, I'm also trying to have the projected texture as well. Like, hang on. Is this like a special thing? I'm gonna quickly watch this video. You'll hear it in the background, right? Cycles. So, okay. So what's the deal then?
It's got all the usual controls you'd get with cycles, such as the size, change the blend so you can get it.
Right, so what do I do to do this?
Change the color, obviously. And in the shader editor, we can change the focus and it will affect all materials and even the volume.
Okay.
In cycles, you would do it in the spotlight radius value. But I thought it's quite nice to keep those two separated for a bit of extra control. I've also carefully labelled it all, so it's easy to understand how it works. Even if you're not great at maths, I've labelled it in such a way that it should make perfect sense. And they are. So it's available for you in the download section if you remember. Memberships.
Okay, so that's probably membership only. Is that purely by lights or what? I got your blend file, but I don't know how to change the light texture. 3.4. Okay. I wonder if I can just go buy that scene and then implement that. Like, 'cause if it's cheap, then I'll get it. Give me a sec. Okay, that's... Oh, it's the same guy that made Turbo Tools as well. That's fair. Huge Oceans. Shadow Catcher with Reflections material. What? I have to check that one out. That was for like $5. Why am I not finding that? Oh, it's $3 a month for the... Ah, no, is it? Hang on. Got your blend file. Blah, blah, blah. I swear I should be getting this. Hang on. Ah, yeah, it's membership only. God damn it. That's annoying. Because I should have been able to get that. Much more really. Huh. That would have been great. That would have been great if I didn't have to sign up for the membership for it. Because essentially that would have given me the stained glass look. We may have a new member in chat. They don't know a lot about Undertale, but they are my besties, so Sammy. Hello! Nice to meet you! Yeah, that would have got us the stained glass effect, and that would have been amazing to fake here. But unfortunately, we can't get that, which sucks. I could render it differently in this, but wants to ramble about Undertale to slippery on. I don't think they're here yet, so sorry. That's fair then. We can wait. We can wait. Sounds ominous. Right, what I need to do here is duplicate that and put that there. And the reason for this is so that we get that cool light at the entrance. And then we'll just hit that to like 800 or something, so it kind of bounces in a little bit more. And then the 80 size. Yeah, we'll bump that and then have the blend beef. But actually, not 800. Let's try 600. John, what the? If I bring that in a little bit, like this, and then we up the size, that should be fine there. The idea being that it's just to fill in that exit bit at the end. Let's talk about Dead Pixel, on one of Undertale's maps. Sammy. Giving the volumetrics the volume. But the fake volumetrics they've done here are pretty interesting. I just need to do that. It runs a lot better now as well because of obviously fake volumetrics not taking up as much. So we do this. We have this sort of setup. Now I think all I need, everyone act natural. I think all I need in this is a little bit of bounce lighting and a little bit of ambience, because if I keep it like that, that's not actually too bad and kind of looks accurate. but we need that extra light to fill out this area. And then obviously do the dust particles. And if we're going off the Deltarune, these God Rays I think need a little bit more bloom. I mean, I can do that. That's fine. Let's do... We'll just go 1. It's a bit too much. In the other area, it didn't need that much. Let's do 0.01. Oh no. 0.1. The thing is, they're done a certain way, and if I mess them up, it's not good. So 0.08 seems to be fine, but... It's hinting at light. That's enough, especially because they move as well a little bit. I just need... What I need is for them to actually be back a little bit. I just realized. That's why they don't look as good. Because we can go like God Rays. Where is it? We need all of these God Rays. Oh, crap. To be a little bit further back so we can see the runoff or the fade out. So we don't have that at the moment and it just looks bad. So like, for instance, we're not going to see this outside. This is only for when we're inside. But we can drag these back until we get the fade out. Where is it? Like that. And then we just need to line that up. That's not too bad. We do that and then maybe edited it a little bit more. So 0.1. That's at least looking a tiny bit better. And then we can just do that if we want. That's not bad. Especially because then I can just play the animation lightly. Fall off looks nice. Yeah, we just didn't have that before. I was just being a bit stupid with that. Backface culling? No. It's catching a little bit there, but what I need to do is... I love the way from the outside it just looks like this place is getting blasted. What I need to do is I need to do the same over here with this one. I need to have the fall off be a little bit more subtle. Need to drag it through about there. And then just go... It's a daisy. Flashbang fell into the corridor. We're going to have this be the new canon now. Sans flashbangs the player. And Frisk. Just have Sans in like full Riot Squad gear. You know, from like the police. Okay, there we go. That's kind of better. That's looking pretty nice. Now I just need to work on the ambient lights and the lights over the other side here because I'm going to add like smaller lights that just detail there and then over there. Geno ending. Sans is the underground police team. Arrest Frisk. Yeah, I think for this, I'm going to do point lights. If it wasn't because this is a pacifist route movie, it would have been nice to make the windows flash more dramatically as Sans deals with Frisk. That reminds me, I want to have a multiplayer messing up sequence. And by that, what I mean is, like, everybody that's done pacifist, at least at one point or another, has hit attack by accident. And for that, I'm going to need to model the actual, you know, like, the attack window that comes up. That's going to be fun to do that. It's just like a chill stream. Because I want that to be kind of like a thing for Undyne, where they miss. And be like, oh my god, I pressed the wrong thing, and then next minute, getting smacked. Hey Sailor, how you doing? Right, so we hit that there. Dude. I'm doing good, thank you very much. Congrats on the anniversary, by the way. Need to get rid of the volume there. My bestie's busy, says Sammy. That's fine. Let's do contact shadows there. So we need that roughly about here. And that's just... This has got to be a little bit subtle, but at the same time it's got to light it up just a bit. Maybe a 10 and then just go on custom distance. Nah, let's try radius 1 maybe? Then 20. The idea is to make the light look as though it's bounced a little bit and got off there. Maybe 15. The problem is, it needs to be just enough that it lights that up. I wonder if I can do a spot on that and then blend it in. Custom distance of about 40. And if we make the cone size about that and then blend it in, and then do like 50 or something? No. It's gotta be slightly subtle, but at the same time not. Let's try. Okay, so having contact shadows on or off doesn't really matter. If I just... The problem is, if I drag it back too much, it interferes with Frisk. Let's try 35, maybe? 30? Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. The idea being that I can then just, like, light up the areas of the hole that have the lights next to it, like this. About there? Oh, no, wait, I'm totally screwing this up in certain areas. Okay, so we got that one there. That one there. Yeah, I'm screwing up the placement slightly. That one needs to be there. That one's fine there. Fine, fine. Okay, and then we go like this. This just makes it look as though the light's bouncing off the floor and then hitting the surface a little bit. And then as long as I don't have any reflections there, nobody will know. Nobody will be the wiser. Somebody's gonna turn around at some point and be like, dude, why isn't the justice or the judgment hall's floor shiny and reflective? And I'm just like, it's totally fine. It's got a lot of dust on it. Asriel's dust, right? Jaru joke. Nervous. Except for us, I know, right? Okay, so that doesn't actually look too bad now. Like, that's getting that sort of feel to it, where it's looking a lot more natural in terms of the light. Like, that doesn't... Oh, crap. Hit the microphone there. I'm using my other microphone, the less expensive one at the moment, because the other one is still charging. That looks a little bit more natural in terms of the way that it's lit up. I need the roof to be done now, which means we've just got ambient lighting to be done, which is just a couple of point lights throughout the entire thing, and just tweak it slightly so it's a little bit brighter. All these lights just for this one scene, man. Wait, what? Okay. No, need Custom distance. Hey Damon, how's it going? It's going alright. Sat here just eating a Nutella bar thing while doing this. Yeah, slowly lighting up the Judgement Hall again in hopes I can make it look a little bit better. Looking nice. Thank you very much. I keep trying to get these areas to look nice, or as nice as they can. I figure if I try and place this, stop dying. It's something that happens. That sounds terrible. It sounds crazy and terrible. I have this weird thing. I don't know whether anybody can tell me what the heck it is, but yeah, basically, a while ago, I think I mentioned this, but yeah, a while ago, I did a security job that was basically Five Nights at Freddy's in real life, except that Freddy had a crowbar and about 23 other friends and dogs. And when I was working the security job, the people that were in charge were running the generators for the place with like this weird biofuel that they were messing around with, is the best way of putting it. They were just shoving everything in a diesel generator and seeing whether it worked to save them money. And it started affecting my breathing to the point where I couldn't actually breathe when I woke up one day. Like, my nose was blocked and everything, and I was having trouble breathing out my mouth because I had, like, a load of phlegm that had built up on my chest from being allergic to whatever the hell they put in this thing. And I was honestly, like, really choking, and it scared the living daylights out of me. Jem was like, what the hell's going on? And obviously I couldn't respond. I was just, like, gasping for air. So, I go and run into the bathroom, and the one thing I'm thinking is I just need to cough up to get rid of this stuff because I'm trying to blow my nose and it's not clearing it. I'm like, I just need to cough this stuff up off my chest. So I cough and it doesn't come up. And I'm like, oh, great. And there's nothing else I can do about it. So I just cough ridiculously hard for a long period of time. And then I eventually throw quite a lot of stuff up. But the problem is, since then, I think originally I broke my gag reflex by coughing so hard, because what would happen was I'd try and eat stuff and it would immediately trigger my gag reflex, so I'd be throwing what I'd ate back up in like 2 seconds, and eventually I slowly stopped doing that over like a year or so. It took forever because I just used to keep throwing stuff back up. But yeah, since then I have this problem where I'll eat, and no matter what I'm eating, it'll just trigger my reflex where it's almost like it wants to throw up, but obviously I don't want to throw up or anything, so you'll just hear me going like, because it sounds like I'm choking when I'm not, and I have no clue what's wrong with me, like outside of, yeah, I broke my gag reflex because I was so stubborn and refused to die for a place that experimented with biofuels. You know, it's crazy. I ended up going the hospital and actually getting checked out, and ended up getting a saline drip for a while. The consciousness of Dave's hot girl summer, says David. Wait, what? Kidding. Wait, what? I don't understand. What's going on? But yeah, no, it was crazy. I didn't like the fact that I ended up coughing so much, but you're filled with determination and chemicals. You're not joking. Oh, the consequences. I get you now. But yeah, it's just, that was intense and weird, because, like, you wouldn't think that would happen, but it's biofuels, man. Like, this company, I've mentioned them before a couple of times on stream, but they were doing practically anything that they wanted, and try and do everything on the cheap. You know, it's like they had a bill for because they didn't want to use water either to obviously make sure the place had running water. So the water bill was like, I can't remember whether it was 1,600 or no, sorry, it wasn't. It was, I think it was either 13 grand or 16 grand that they'd not paid because they wanted to save money on the water bill. So we didn't have any running water or anything in the toilets or in the sinks. It was disgusting. The man breathed determination and almost died. Honestly, I still don't know to this day what the hell that was in those chemicals. And it's messed me up, like, permanently, which I'm really annoyed at. But the company keeps changing the name. Like, of course, they're still in business. But they keep changing the name over and over and over again, so it's not as if I can turn around and be like, oh yeah, I can claim against this company or whatever. Plus, it happened so long ago, probably won't be able to do that now, but... But yeah, it just sucks. Let's try and lighten this part of the level with this. It doesn't seem too bad, but it doesn't seem too bright either. And then when I do that, that happens. If I drop that to like 20? Wait a minute, 40? 40 gives me that. 20 gives me... You got determination, and now you almost throw up determination. I mean, I suppose you could say it like that. No. The man who does not give up easy. I wonder whether instead of doing like many different lights like this, whether I can just do like 2 or 3. If I do like that, right? We can have one at the end, one there, and then one at the opposite end? Like this? About there, roughly? That actually doesn't look too bad already, like that? And then we just go like, distance 40? Okay, that's... I like the look of that. Hey, Connor! Judgement Hall already? I'm redoing parts of the effects to make them look better. The only difference is outside now looks crazy. It looks like it's got light blasting from outside of it. But yeah, I'm just trying to make it look a lot better. Judgement Hall's already been done. Yeah, it's getting a quick upgrade. Like this looks, the quick upgrade is literally just to have the lights look a little bit closer to the original one, because the original one that I did with Sans that I've shown off a bunch of times has like different lighting in it that looked cool. So this one's looking a lot better. I'm not so sure about that light there though. You gotta tell me something, says Memes. A remaster, you could say. Go on, Memes. Is that because of that? Because if it is, then I can do... Yeah, it is. Please tell me. Okay, so go on, Memes. What's the deal? Is Hotland done? Okay. So yeah, I can be truthful about Hotland because it's in an interesting position. I'll even show you exactly what's going on with Hotland because it's a little bit more complicated than just yes. You know. Can I just... There we go. Right, so this... I don't like the chuckle. I'll tell you exactly in a moment. I like this. Get with the old times. Right, so just let me open Heartland. It's specifically a version of it. Okay. So I'm gonna open the Undyne demo scene just so you can not only see where Undyne's perched, but also so you can see the way that Waterfall connects to it and just what needs to be done. Because Heartland does need some work on it. Just tiny bits, though. So here's Waterfall. I thankfully got into my last GCSE exam on Friday. Then I'll be free, says Connor. Nice! Hope that goes well. So here's Undyne's perch. She's sat over here, and the idea is that she falls all the way down here. Accessing Waterfall is real? But yeah, she falls all the way down here, and Frisk's going to be stood more, instead of here in the demo, like, Frisk is going to be stood here. And the idea is, Undyne is going to be, like, trying to stab them, and then Frisk's going to, like, roll over here and get stuff shot at him. And the idea is that we're going to be, like, dodging around all of this stuff. I might even put more geometry in here, just so it's a little bit more awkward. I want Undyne, like, bouncing off the walls and other things and just shooting spears from everywhere. But yeah, as shown in the demo, results day is going to be interesting, says Connor. I hope everything's going to be fine for you. As shown in the demo, with those videos that I showed off a while ago, we do have access to Heartland from Waterfall, which is cool. And sure, you can see the wall in the background, looks all neat. I need to do, and here's where you can actually see it from, like, down below. I think this is the first time I've shown this off properly as well. When we come through here, we're going to be getting shot at by Undyne. She's going to be like, get back here, and there's going to be spears everywhere. Then we got the giant welcome to Heartland sign, which looks awesome. Thank you very much, memes. Literally, the only reason that looks that good is because of memes. Dave, I've been fumbling the bag on many exams across the board. I mean, dude, as long as you get a pass, it's fine, right? Meme says, I remember you asking about that. I was like, so anyway, how do we light this up? What do you reckon? It's like green LEDs around the outside? Because it looks kind of weird. You know. But yeah, we go out into Heartland now. And Heartland we've not touched in a while. It's definitely not as detailed as it could be. So, of course, we need the bridge here. We definitely need the bridge. We need the sentry station, and we also need the water cooler at the beginning, right? And I honestly think throughout Heartland we're going to need a load of pebbles and stuff, very similar to how we've got stuff inside Waterfall here. I want to continue these, like, little pebbles and rocks on in Heartland. It just makes sense, you know. So that's going to be cool to have. We need the cave that goes into Waterfall from here, so I need to actually model that, which isn't too bad. It's just a bit of an extra wall that I can add here. I love the way that just, like, goes up and just disappears there. But then the rest of this area is practically done. We can have, like, lava spewing up here and it'll be cool. I can do that effect pretty easily. And then we got the lab. Now, the lab, the reason why I keep saying the lab needs to be done as well is because the interior and the exterior are separate, right? Now, I can fake the interior corridor from here so that we can just go in and then immediately scene transition. Because look, the only thing that's inside here is nothingness, and even Asgore's kind of like, whoa, what's going on with his heterochromia eyes? Don't know for how long, says Connor. Good luck with Immersiontale. Thank you very much, Connor. Good luck with your exams. Hey, Alvin. Nice to see you again. But yeah, that's the first part, right? We can basically fake the interior, which I've been doing. The interior needs to be a little bit more well done, but the detail that I'm missing with the interior is the doors. So what I can do is I can steal these doors and then just put them on the other version, and that'll be fine. And then I can fake the exterior so that it links together in scene. How's your day going, says Alvin? It's going fine. But that's pretty much all that I need to do on the bottom floor. We also need to get rid of this. Have I already gotten rid of it? There was an extra treadmill that I had down here that I need to... Oh no, baby's woken up. No, baby. Oh, Jen's got the baby. You might be able to hear the baby now. The baby woke up early. Oh no. My wife's got her, so she's fine. But yeah, I need to add more rocks down here, I think. And also the lights and everything and the flames that are going to come off these pipes. Those are going to be cool. Just a little bit of details there. Not too much though. And I also need to light this place better. It's very dark. It needs to be lit a lot better. The reason why it isn't at the moment, or rather why it's messed up, is because when I added... oh, there we go. Connor says, I hope she sleeps well. Oh, yeah. Thanks very much for that, Connor. The reason why it looks darker is because when I added this extra rock wall, the way that the sun works in Blender is it actually only renders when there's nothing physical in the way. So, for instance, if I take the rock face and I hide that, you'll notice that everything quickly becomes a little bit brighter. Just a tiny bit. Or it should do, unless it's going wrong. If I just get rid of the rock face here, if we just go like that. Did I get rid of the... No, there's the sun. So I turn around. I just like mess around with that and see whether the sun renders out at the same time now. That would be really nice. But yeah, explaining how Heartland works here is crazy. Hey, Joel! I'm doing fine, thank you very much. Let's try one here, just for the sake of it. Ah, okay, so... Oh, that works. That's nice, actually. If I do, like, 0.2 there? 0.4? Good luck with the Dr. Alvin! But yeah, we can tweak the lighting a little bit to make this look better. The rock wall now looks a little bit too obvious. But that means that I'm going to have to tweak the lighting in general. So we got some lighting tweaks to be done. Apart from that, you know, we've still got the steam vents, which I have to do the steam effect on, but those are going to be fun. If we go through here, I need to do that gate that's here that you have to open. That needs to be done, that's fine. I don't really need to show off inside of these areas, because we're just not going to see that. Because a lot of this is going to be, like, just doing, like, quick cuts, you know, to avoid having to show everything. I love the way you can see the corner now, it's so cool. Over here, obviously, we need to do Metaton's cooking show, so we actually need to do the background and everything. It's no big deal. I can grab that stuff really easy. Again, lighting is temporary at the moment. There's a lot of this stuff that's temporary, but it's easy to just tweak lighting, so it's not too bad. I love the way I say that, and I press space and fly up into the wall there. So yeah, a lot of this stuff is just like minor tweaks. Up here again, it's just adding rocks and minor scenery. Like there, it's just adding the whiteboard or the drawing board that just says come back at, like, what was it, 7 or something like that? Then we come across here. I've already edited a bit of this because we've got the steam vent puzzle here, but then we've also got down here that leads to these. I've already used this area a little bit for one of the other characters and their introduction, which is pretty cool. And then we go up to the top floor. Now, along here, again, pretty easy. Just need to light a little bit better. Mainly from up above. I love all these lights, though, that you can see on the floor now that are really cool. We got, again, the same thing going on here where it's just a little bit of lighting and a little bit more detail, like the pebbles and stuff. But as you've seen before, the pebbles are super easy to do. The one thing that's interesting is Muffet's area here, because I've got to then figure this out. I need to redo the webs here, I think, just to make them look better, because these, if I remember rightly, these were the ones that I did that were optimized, that don't have all the other webs hanging off them. I need to figure out how to do this better. But the idea is that Muffet's area is just going to have like a bunch of webs hanging down. It's going to look really cool. So yeah, it's still being done, but it takes place inside this giant rock. And then when we come out, I still have to do the fake theatre bit, which then drops us down a floor to here, roughly. And then puts us in the fire pit area. And then we have to come back up here, which then brings us out to the resort. Now, the resort itself, I just need to do the door on, but I still think I want to add, again, more rocks around here, just to make it look a little bit more natural, because at the moment it's looking pretty flat. I love the fact that we have just boxes for reference here. And then, what I need to do as well here is add on the alleyway for Catty and Bratty's place, because I didn't do that originally because I didn't think I was going to be able to get them. But now they're literally in production. That's fine. And then, of course, you know, I just do the bridge over here. So the core and Hotland themselves, still work in progress, but not too much. It sounds like a lot, but it's just little details and stuff. The majority, like the importance being, the majority is done, so it's not too much of an issue, you know. The main point that I was making with the Hotland joke originally was just, we didn't have Hotland at all. But at the same time, it's not a situation like with, say, Waterfall, where we were pressed for time, because I was like, oh, I can try and do this at a certain time period and try and get it all done and stuff like that. I'm not rushing with it, because it's only tiny details. So, eventually, Hotland will look a lot better than this. It'll have a load more effects in it. And overall, it'll be more complete. But for the time being, this is, I'm going to say, again, I've mentioned this, I think once before, this is practically about 80% done. And by that I mean the base geometry is done. It's just small bits of scenery, lighting and effects, and then placing characters. That's not a bad thing. You know, so Hotland is and isn't done at the same time. Oh, we need the bomb over here as well. This is also the area where we're going to have an interesting fight that I need to figure out. I'm going to have to ask about that with the community at one point. Or, yeah, after... The thing is, after the trailer, the new trailer, is going to be fun because I can ask the community about certain fights and how they think they want them to go. Until then, I can't reveal anything because the trailer has some really interesting parts in this section. But yeah, it's getting there. Let's do... Because I said I wanted to do particles, right, for Sans' bit. Let's do the particles. In Metaton's show, can you add some theatre chairs? Joel, which one? Because, like, Metaton has the news show, the cooking show, and the theatre one at the very end with Dress Lion. Oh my god! The musical one. Yeah, I can add chairs in that. I'm just thinking now, I wonder... Chat, would you consider Dress Lion a really integral part of the story? Like, oh, not some... I've worded that wrong. Dress Lion stands out as a big part of Hotland in that area, right? Because you go past them and see them. Because if I can get Dress Lion, I think I'll try and get them. Because that would be really cool. Because I know a lot of people will like that for representation, of course. You know. And that's not just the whole thing of just, oh, I'm including them for representation. I'm also thinking about the fact that that area feels pretty empty without them. You know. Let's see. I wonder if there's any fan art of them that is, like, good for reference. Because what was interesting recently is that I managed to kind of stumble upon a model that was good that I could get without breaking the bank, so I might be able to get Dress Lion. Have a Fallout New Vegas sign in Hotlands for Metaton's place. Judgement Hall is called the Last Core... Wait, the Last Corridor? What? Was it called that, Joel? I'm just searching this real quick. Dress Lion fan art. Like, if I can get Dress Lion, that would be really cool. As like an extra thing. I'm still waiting for the water to boil, Sesame. It's called Corridor, thanks for correcting me. Yeah, the Last Corridor. Oh, I'm seeing like tiny artwork for Dress Lion now. That's cool. I actually think that would be really cool if I can get them. I'll try. I'm not gonna like make any promises for Dress Lion at the moment, but I will try. You know, because I think that's fair, especially because of us having like 68 characters already. But I will try, because of me getting lucky. You know, so fingers crossed. Could you add flowers near the windows like in Undertale Final Showdown? Wait, what? Hang on. Undertale Final Showdown. Judgement Hall. Let's just like see. Oh, it's not called Judgement Hall. It's called the Last Corridor in Final Showdown. Why are there? If it doesn't happen, I imagine they'll be there, Sammy. Oh, I see. They're like, they've got flowers in like baskets across the edge of the windows or near the windows. I mean, I could do that. Interesting scenery, actually, because that's pretty neat. Yeah, I could do that. Oh, is this? Yeah, it is. Right, let's try and do these particles. So we'll do UV sphere. Actually, no, I can do. Love this track. Do. Everyone's gonna be like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, trust me, I'm doing some dust particles. If I can render this with a no background, I'm gonna be happy. And then we just need this for like 1,000,000 frames or whatever. Absolutely love this. There we go, let's just have that as an alpha background. It looked fun. Trust the process, says Damon. So the idea for this is I'm going to be faking dust. And to do that, I just need some other stuff. And I just realized I've turned off the music for a moment because I have to skip medium. Because that's the one that always gets you copyright striked. There we go. So now we do this. This is an icosphere that allows us to have dust particles. So we do dust particle. Now what I can do here is make a plane. The plane is going to be... probably from the side is going to be better, although I'm not quite sure. Maybe I should do from the floor instead. Oh. Now I'm going to make it roughly about that. Do this as floor. That's going to be an emitter that sends our particles out. Modifier, particle system, and then as you can see, when I'm playing this animation, it's dropping all these particles from underneath, right? And what we want to do is have those particles float up slightly and then come back down, or just come from the top slowly, as if the dust particles that are like hanging in the air. So, if I make sure those aren't really affected by gravity too much, so like 0.1, and then we go back to 0 here, start at 0. Let's try 0.2 here, because I do need some gravity. Okay, it's not too bad. I can stop them with some other stuff. So if I do that, and then I do like 2k render number, maybe? We shall see, because I'm going to have to make that better. Oh. Have you got that, Jen? That's the baby. The baby's waking up again. The problem with the baby at the moment is, as I've mentioned before, you might be able to hear her on... I love the way this music comes on in the background. It's totally not like that. Let's stop. So the baby has the baby form of eczema at the moment, and unfortunately what that means is she gets incredibly itchy. She might grow out of it, hopefully she does. But the whole deal with it is, normally if you're hearing her, she's trying to sleep, and then she's realising she's itchy because she's waking up a little bit, and then she's focusing on scratching, and then obviously getting upset because she can't really settle too well. We've tried medication over and over and over again, but nothing's really working for her, unfortunately. So we've just kind of got to wait for a dermatologist's appointment in like September, which is heartbreaking because it's terrible watching her like not be able to settle and just like scratching like mad to the point where she's ripping her own skin off. But yeah, if you hear the baby in the background over the microphone, my wife is dealing with her and trying to help her settle again. It's just, it sucks, man. It sucks. Like, I wish we didn't get left for so long, because, like, no joke, she's a really happy baby. It's just that one problem that's causing her issues, and it sucks because, like, she's scratched herself that much at the moment that she's actually like ripped parts of the skin off her ankles and stuff, and then because her ankles are really itchy because they're trying to heal again, she's constantly ripping the skin off her ankles, and it's just, oh, it's not nice. It's not nice. So if you hear her crying in a moment, that's her literally trying to deal with that, and then, you know, obviously mummy's busy trying to just chill her out again while I'm down here doing this. The thing is, when mummy's doing work and stuff, that's when I'm doing the same thing basically during the day, trying to chill her out. Yep, there's the crying. Poor baby. As a parent, it really sucks. Like, it really, really sucks because I can't do anything. Can I just, like, up that? Why is that? I don't get why that's done that at the moment. Hang on. Anyway, we'll go back to the music now. Sounds awful, says Damon. It really is. Like, apparently it's a common thing. I just hope she grows out of it. You know. Because it basically sucks knowing that you can't do anything about it. Like, we've been through, I think, 3 or 4 different medications, and all the medication is like different ointments and stuff, and none of them seem to do any well. Like, for instance, the most recent one we got given was supposed to be industrial strength, and I was like, okay, we'll put it on. The first night we put it on, she hardly slept and had to sleep on one of us. And then the next day I was like, something's up here. So I actually tried some of it on myself because of my own skin being sensitive and being weird, basically. The moment I put it on myself, it felt like my skin was burning and being really itchy at the same time. And I was like, and we just covered the baby in that stuff. What the heck? You know, so we've tried other stuff since, and it's kind of got better, but it doesn't alleviate the problem. You know, I just hate the baby being used essentially as like a test subject for all these stupid medicines because we're on a waiting list. You know, it just sucks to be on a waiting list where it's like, oh, you'll get seen to in September, but until then, your baby's going to suffer. You know, it's like, dude, what? That shouldn't be a thing. You know. What's even worse is, like I was saying, as a parent, knowing you can't do anything about it. That's the worst bit. Because you sat there going, dude, my kid just wants my help, you know. And there's just nothing that can be done. Really, really annoys me. Let's see. Scale randomness, 1. David says, honestly, the NHS needs to stop doing TikToks and actually start doing the jobs. I'm only half kidding. I didn't know they did TikToks. Sammy says, it's hard. I remember when my brother would get swollen lymph nodes, finding out he has arthritis. Oh. Oh, not good. Oh, poor baby. Can hear her again from here. Okay, so let's try this. So the idea now is we hide this dust particle off screen. And then what I want is to record this here with a transparent background, but before we do that, we're going to add in a force field. And the force field is going to be a wind that's going to go up and try and counter all of this stuff. So what we're actually going to be doing is trying to like float these down now. Like this. So I need to like slowly change the strength of this. Joel says, you're probably wondering why I haven't watched you in a few hours. It's because I'm watching my videos. No, that's fine, Joel. That's fine. 0.2, maybe? Hang on. I need 0.5. I'm looking for just the right amount of flow where it stops it from going down fast. Oh, poor baby. Try that. That's not working. Maybe I just try the actual particle emitter itself. Try velocity. Let's try 0.5. Can you tune the music up? I like it. I mean, I can do it a little bit, but not too much. Does she have her favorite stuffy? Yeah, the thing is, we try and not, like, keep it all the time around her, just in case she rolls into it and then, you know, something bad happens. try that. Okay, that's not working. What I need to do is apply field weights here a little bit more. 0.05 slows it down slightly. But it also cuts it off. 0.06. What I'm looking for is a little bit of stuff here where it's like... Does that come down further now or not? If I actually rotate that... Will that work? The idea being that I should just be able to stop this from happening as much. If I go 0.1, and then do 0.5 here. No, 0.01. 0.05. The idea is I want this to be slower. 0.01. Ah, that's kind of getting there. 0.05 there. The problem now is the time. Like, for instance, if I do 1,000 there, it only cuts off there. So if I do, like, end 2,000... Okay, so that gets to... That's fine. Right, I need this to loop or at least play for a long period of time. What type of gore field is... Wait, what? Is hunting you between your birthday falls? I don't know what that is, Joel. A stuffed animal is like a baby's best friend. Oh, yeah. Like, we've got a lot of them for her. Try 4,000? 8,000? 10,000? Because the lifetime randomness. Let's try 20,000. And then I've got to change the lifetime to like 20,000. We're slowly getting there. This is kind of working. I just need... Let's try 20,000 there. 0.005? It's not looking too bad if I just do like... Frame start, let's try... If I start that at like 1,200, that should hopefully avoid the line of particles. That moment, I'm just spawning a ridiculous amount on screen. Garfield is a horror version of Garfield. Oh, I didn't know that. Do you know if you crush a water jug, you can put boiling water in it to semi? Wait, what? Right, I'm gonna put a camera on this, try filming it, get the particles off, and then we can put them in the area that I need them to be in. So this is what we're going to be seeing, right? And we just go File, Keyframe. The idea being that now if I play this, we can then tweak that. 1, 200. That's when it starts, I think. Right, so we got this happening. I need the I need that to be like this, and then what we do is we give it a little bit of depth of field and we tweak that. I think I'm trying to remember camera depth of field, high quality. Ah, there we go. I've got to have it as something that just about fades them out, but not too much. Let's try about that, roughly. Then I'm going to see if I can get a see-through texture version of that. I wonder if I render that as an MPEG, will it give me that? If I do those perpetually lossless and then do for like 20,000 frames. Because I'm not going to be there for 20,000 frames, I don't think. If I do that, and then do like dust tests, and then just hit render. If this works, I'll be really happy, but it's going to be interesting. If it's got an alpha background, then hopefully what we'll get is I'll be able to play this as a video, and then the video will emulate dust effects. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Okay. I love the way I'm just sat here watching like 20,000 frames of dust falling in the background. You guys aren't, because it's rendering. But yeah. The idea being that this will be an effect that's played in that one area and we'll only see it in the light beams. Joel says, do you kind of hate if Undertale was realistic series? I don't hate that. I really like it, to be honest. It's not for everyone, no, but it's still funny. And it's really popular as well because it's funny, you know. What I'll do is, after this effect is rendered, then we'll see what it's like. Actually, I wonder if I can just use like 2,000 frames per minute at the moment. Let's see if it works. Okay, so yeah, it renders. So if I take that render at the moment, and I just do this as like save falling dust test. Right, and then I just go back to hang on, Sans demo, that moment where I was thinking about stuff then, and I'm like, no. If we go back to Sans' demo here, and we put these particles inside the beams here now, should be good. Kind of reminds me of modern FNAF memes, which aren't really funny, but kind of random. They include lots of screaming, says Sammy. Okay, let's do mesh plane. And then... Ooh. Okay. Base color image, and then I gotta go find the file net. There it is. So this is our dust file, right? Auto refresh, frames 2000, start frame 1, offset 0. There it is. Right, and then if I take that, I try and do blend mode, and then none, and then we go shading. Oh no. That's not working there. If I try and go... like that. Will that work? It kind of works a little bit, then I just need the emission for it. I can see it working slightly there. And then if I rotate that, about 90. There it is. And then we rotate that minus 90. Sounds with a weird accent. It's funny. That accent is English, I think, or one of the different versions of English. The idea for this now is to kind of have that do this. Right, and then if I was to tweak that, so it was like 0.1. Oh. Okay. And then you need to fade out the edges, so we go like... There's a way that we could do that. I think it's via texture coordinates. Why do I keep getting English with the... Oh, right, let's see. So if I go to animation here and I go to like 2000 and then hit modeling, okay. There's some tweaking to be done with this, right? But you kind of see the effect that's going on here. And then we can just kind of take that. It's so subtle now. We place that like there. Just about there. And then we duplicate that. Duplicate that. Maybe like 3 times just to start. I could probably do this a better way, but conceptually this is just how it's meant to kind of emulate. I love the way it's just stopped in mid-air there. Like, I can map it to the entire window texture and then do it that way. That might be a cool way of doing it, because there's the window guard raid, just like slap it into there and just go with it. Let's see here. We refresh that? It's either that or I just do it in real time. Oh, either way, it's going to be cool if I can get that to work. I'll have to see about that in future. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to go chill for a little bit and work on other parts of this project. So, I shall see you on the next one. And until then, bye!